Hi everyone and welcome back to Autumn of Series 12 in Forza Horizon 5. This is the Titan, the single race championship that takes us around the signature longest cross-country track in the whole game. Now, it is longest cross-country, but it's not by far as long as the Colossus that we had last week or other signature races, so shouldn't be too bad. On average in B-Class, it's going to take you around 10 minutes or so. And the car restrictions for it is unlimited buggies in B-Class. So that's where I thought we're going to have a little bit of a problem, because buggies in general are prone to doing stuff you don't want them to do in the racing conditions. Basically, jumps become quite a bit more dangerous and overall stability of them is suffering every now and then. And what's more important, you can really easily get hooked up with another car if you allow a collision to happen with the open wheels, ending up in various unfortunate situations. So we're going to try to negate that by the car choice and by, I guess, cleaner driving if we are able. So speaking about the car choice, there's not all that many unlimited buggies in the game, but I think out of them, my preference lies with this Exocet. Reason being, it has a much lower center of mass than, say, a Lumicraft, and therefore is not as prone to bouncing after the jump or overall rolling on the side and things like that. And also with a good tune like the seasonal one by Saino I am using, you get extra tire width that also adds up to the stability of the car. As you can see right now, the AI is already not a problem, and that's I'd say a relief. Again, I half expected AI to just blast forward in the initial section of the race and then having to catch up to it through later stages of the race. But now you can see most of the people already passed all of the AIs. There's still one kind of fighting with me, but you know, when you are so close with AI, passing them or not allowing them to pass is just a matter of a little bit of time. So now I need to play a little bit of a catch-up with the rest of my team. It looks like the tunes that have been chosen by various people for this race are very much top speed oriented, and therefore in the early stage of the race when everybody was going downhill, my teammates kind of had a bit of the advantage over me, but as you can see, I'm not letting them go too far and we are already very close. So hopefully this will all be a very peaceful competition without any damage to other teammates. Oh wow, that cart yeah, was doing a little bit of a flyby, but nobody got hurt, luckily. We just need to be a little bit careful but fast. Yeah, and this is going very well. It's a public co-op session, so 4 humans in front, 1 in the very back. Easy situation for Team Humans, but you also need to remember that it's a very long race, or reasonably long. So we are 1/3 of the race in, and you know, one missed checkpoint and everything changes. But we're doing all right for now. Now, if for whatever reason you don't like the Exocet, though, I mean, seriously, it's a really good choice for this kind of race, and it's an Autoshow car which only costs 50,000 credits, so go for it. But if you don't want, another choice that a lot of people have made is a Hot Wheels Reprod. It's also very low to the ground, which, as I mentioned, helps with stability. And even though it's A-class car, it can be downgraded to B-class, and therefore can take part in this competition. I personally don't quite like when the way Reprod drives, and another reason I didn't choose it for this is it's a wheel spin car, so not everybody gonna have it, and if you don't have the Hot Wheels DLC, there is a good chance that you may not have the Reprod, while Exocet is an affordable option which really just works. Look, right now I'm up in the second place. All other teammates are quite a bit behind. All AIs are very much behind, and the only teammate who is right in front of me is another Exocet, evidently running a little bit of a different tune. We seem to catch up with each other in different sections, so sometimes I'm getting closer, sometimes he's pulling away a little bit, but all in all, very, very similar performance, which cannot be matched by our other teammates or obviously an AI. And I think that's the I think I've seen 3 Exocets in the human team right here, but I think the third one is the guy driving very last. So yeah, and 2 others were Alumicraft, I think. Again, not quite sure, gonna check it when we see the final standing, but for me, my goal is probably to pass my teammate in front, but do it nicely and gracefully without compromising each of our races. So there's a little bit of a touch here as he went wide. I don't think that was intentional, and now I have a good chance to pass, which I just did. So the question is, can I stay ahead? There's still 40% of the race to go, and again, I was coming into the Titan with a little bit of a worry. Again, buggies are not my favorite cars to drive. I really favor stability, and buggies are anything but the stability, but it surprisingly goes really well. And I like Sainu's tune for this Exocet. The jumps are being fine. I don't see this normal bouncing back up and unpredictable landing, which anyone who played Eliminator would be very familiar if they happen to take Funko, for example. That car just, you know, it refuses to land the way you intended to. But that's a whole different story. 70% of the race. Let's see what's behind. I think one of our teammates have missed a checkpoint, judging by how low they fell on the roster, 7th place, but they seem to be fighting back up now in the 6th. So points wise, we seem to be doing good. And as usual, there's 2 ways you can approach this champ. You can do it solo, and then you have all the benefit of unlimited rewinds, which you can use at your leisure. But I personally feel the co-op version being a bit safer and a bit more fun, because this way, even if you mess up something or one particular AI gets way too ahead, in solo, what options do you have? You either can gamble on trying to catch up with them and recover, and with unpredictable result over 10 minutes of driving, or you can restart, wasting all the time. With a good lobby of teammates, there's really much higher chance that you'll score enough points to win, considering this is only highly skilled driver tars, so they're not very difficult, and you don't even have to win the race in order to qualify for the overall team win. So yeah, co-op is by far my preference. We actually are getting close to the finish. My teammate behind didn't really try to attack me. I guess they couldn't get close enough for an actual attack, but they also not falling any further behind, so this is really nice. Another close race. Maybe a bit more intense racing between us would be more fun, but this way it feels really safe, really calm, super friendly, and yeah, much better experience than I expected the Titan to be. Well, that prop on the ground always drives me nuts. I always hit it, and it's actually very heavy, so you lose quite a bit of speed, but luckily my teammate was far enough behind to not be able to use this. And with that, we are actually approaching the end of the race. There's one last jump right here. Again, I messed up a little bit. You see, you really want to do your jumps very straight on, and was going a little bit sideways, but luckily again not enough to do any serious damage. That's the win on the Titan. The championship is complete. I think it was, I'm not sure, I didn't pay attention to the time much, but I think it was between 9 and 10 minutes, so it's quite a bit quicker than the Colossus last week. And yeah, I hope you have as easy and enjoyable experience with it as I did. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.